You wake up. You look at your phone. Your salary has been deposited. The paycheck has arrived in your account. For 2 seconds, you breathe. You feel a strange, almost childlike relief, as if the world has stopped squeezing your throat. You think, now I can handle everything. Rent, electricity, water, internet, the credit card bill that came higher than you expected again, the supermarket that doubled in price without anyone telling you, the boys' school, the pharmacy, which costs an arm and a leg here, the gas to fill the tank, and that car loan you don't even remember how many installments are left on. You open your bank app, and in just a few clicks, the money you waited 2 weeks to see disappears. It wasn't stolen. It wasn't spent on luxury. It wasn't a party. It was just transferred from your account to other people's accounts. You didn't even feel the money existed. You were just the cash register through which it passed. And then comes the middle of the month. You start doing that silent calculation that nobody sees. You check your balance. You look at the calendar until the next paycheck, and you feel that knot in your stomach. That indescribable tightness, because there's still a lot of time left. And the money, it's no longer there. You work hard, you wake up early, you face the traffic or take the crowded train. You put up with a bad boss, you endure rude clients, you work overtime when necessary, you come home exhausted, you sleep poorly, and when you finally get paid, the money evaporates in days. It doesn't seem like you earned a salary. It seems like you were just a messenger for your own money. And the worst part isn't earning little. Because there are people here earning well, earning $30, $40, $50 an hour, and still living paycheck to paycheck. The worst part is never being able to breathe. It's reaching the middle of the month with a tight stomach. It's avoiding opening the bank app. It's pretending everything's fine when someone calls you to go out. It's going to sleep thinking about bills. It's waking up thinking about bills. It's living in a cycle where money enters through one door and runs out the other, without even saying hello. And you feel stupid. You feel like a failure. You look around and it seems like everyone else is succeeding except you. Others are traveling. Others are buying new cars. Others are posting about expensive dinners. And there you are, calculating whether your salary will last until the next paycheck. But pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, because this could change the way you see your financial life forever. While you're going through this hectic life, on the other side of the world, ordinary Japanese families, normal workers, people who earn salaries very similar to the average American, manage to save 20%, 25%, even 30% of what they receive every month. No drama, no miracles, no absurd extra income. While the savings rate here in the United States barely exceeds 4 or 5%, there they save 6-7 times more than that. And then comes the question that nobody asks you, why do they have so much money? And yours disappears. Before I continue and show you exactly what's happening with your salary and why the problem might not be you, let me ask you something quick. If you feel this video speaks to your life, subscribe to the channel. It's free and helps me continue bringing content like this, which nobody dares to talk about. Now hold on tight, because what's coming next will disturb you. The truth is harsh, and nobody has the courage to tell you that to your face. You're not broke because you're bad with money. You're broke because you were trained to spend without realizing it. The American worker lives within the most sophisticated money extraction system in the world. Everything here has been designed down to the smallest detail to make money slip through your fingers. And the worst part is that this mechanism is so subtle, so well made, that you don't even realize it's happening. Think about it. Today you buy with one click. One click. You don't even need to take out your wallet. You don't need to count money. You don't need to go to the store. You don't need to look at the salesperson. There's no longer that moment of pause between wanting and buying. That moment when the brain thought, do I really need this? That moment is dead. It was murdered by Amazon Prime. It was murdered by Apple Pay. It was murdered by buy now, pay later. And that's where Klarna comes in. Afterpay, Affirm, the big trap disguised as kindness. In 4 installments of only $25. It seems like a small amount. It seems like nothing. Your tired brain, after a whole day of work, looks at that and thinks, I can afford that. But you don't see the other 6 purchases you already have running on buy now, pay later. The small payments that, added together, already eat up a large chunk of your next paycheck before it even hits your account. Your salary doesn't disappear with one giant purchase. It bleeds away, slowly, in hundreds of small, repeated decisions every day. And that's where the money starts to die without you even realizing it. Ah, just a Starbucks. Ah, just a DoorDash. Ah, just a small installment on Afterpay. Ah, just today. Ah, I deserve it. How many times have you said these phrases this week? Each of these phrases seems harmless on its own, but together, they form the exact reason why your money never, ever lasts until the end of the month. And there's more. There's something that science has already proven and that nobody tells you. The more tired you are, the more impulsive you become when it comes to finances. Think about it. When do you buy junk food? It's not when you're rested and rational. It's when you're exhausted, when you've had a bad day, when your boss humiliated you, when you argued with someone, when you're sad, anxious, frustrated. Then you open DoorDash. You order that expensive meal with tax, tip, service fee, delivery fee, which in the end costs almost double. Not because you're hungry, but because you need a little pleasure on a long, tiring day. Then you go on Amazon. You buy a silly little thing. Not because you need it, but because your brain needs a cheap dopamine hit to get through the day. Then you open TikTok Shop and buy a trinket that will arrive in 2 weeks and you won't even remember ordering it. Consumption became your antidepressant, and you didn't even realize it. And while you're spending money to alleviate the pain, someone, somewhere, is profiting precisely from your exhaustion. Your tiredness has become a commodity. Now, on the other side of the world, there's an entire culture that operates in the opposite way. And look, I'm not here to sell you Japan as paradise. That's not it. They have problems. They work too hard. They have a harsh society. But there's one thing they do, which we've forgotten how to do, that changes everything. They create friction before the purchase. Friction. That word is the key to everything. While here, everything is designed for you to buy faster, without thinking, without feeling, without deciding. There, many habits make people stop and think before spending. Many Japanese families still use a small notebook they call a Kakeibo, a simple paper notebook, and they write down every expense of the day there, by hand, every penny. Does it seem ridiculous? Does it seem silly? It's not. Because when you write down an expense, your brain registers the pain of that money going out. When you just swipe your card or bring your phone close, your brain doesn't register anything. It's invisible. It's anesthesia. They also use cash much more than we do. Cash. Physical bills. Why? Because handing someone a 10,000 yen note hurts. Holding a cell phone close doesn't hurt. There's a study proving that those who pay with cash spend up to 20% less than those who pay with a card. They know this. We forgot. They also feel shame about waste. Real shame, cultural shame. Nobody there posts expensive dinners to show they have money. Nobody there buys a car to impress the neighbor. Nobody there changes their iPhone every year just because a new one came out. They understand something we've forgotten. Appearing rich and being financially stable are two completely different things. And that's perhaps the biggest difference of all. Here in America, we've been taught to use consumption as a status symbol. You don't buy a pair of Jordans. You buy the feeling of belonging. You don't buy a new iPhone. You buy the feeling of not being left behind. You don't order Uber Eats. You buy 5 minutes of pleasure to forget that life is hard. There is a kind of wealth that is silent. And there is a kind of poverty that is noisy. Noisy poverty is that of the guy who appears to have everything. SUV financed over 7 years. Designer clothes, iPhone Pro Max, but who doesn't have $1,000 saved for an emergency? Who, if the car breaks down, has to open a new credit card? Who, if he's out of work for 2 weeks, goes broke? Do you know how many Americans live like this? The majority. More than half the population of this country can't cover a $1,000 emergency without going into debt. Quiet wealth is the opposite. It's the person who seems ordinary, who drives an old Toyota, who wears simple clothes, but who has savings, who sleeps peacefully, who doesn't panic when they get a flat tire, who has peace. Which one do you want to be? Think about it seriously. And now we come to the most uncomfortable part of this video, the part that nobody wants to hear. There's an entire machine working against you, and it never sleeps. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's math. It's business. It's how the system works. Every app you open on your phone has a team of Silicon Valley engineers, psychologists, designers, and human behavior experts behind it, whose sole job is to make you spend more time there, and more money. The button colors were tested. The position of the offers was tested. The time the notification arrives was tested. That lightning deal ends in 2 hours on Amazon isn't there by chance. It was placed there because studies have proven that artificial urgency makes you buy impulsively. You don't stand a chance in a fair fight, because the fight has never been fair. On one side, you, tired worker, exhausted brain, trying to relax by looking at your phone after a long day at work. On the other side, billions of dollars invested in capturing exactly that moment of weakness in you. Your tired brain is more profitable. Write that down. Your tired brain is worth money to someone. The more impulsive you become, the more money someone else makes. The more anxious you become, the more you consume to alleviate the anxiety. The more insecure you feel, the more things you buy to appear like someone else. The system doesn't want you to have discipline. The system wants you to have infinite consumption. And that's exactly why the modern worker lives financially numb. You spend the whole day making small financial decisions without realizing you're making them. A Starbucks here, a DoorDash there, a small installment on Afterpay over there, a subscription to Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Spotify, Apple Music, Gym, Amazon Prime, all running in the background of your card without you even remembering you signed up. Add all that up at the end of the month. Add that up over a year. Add that up over 10 years. It's the price of a whole car. It's the down payment on a house. It's your retirement savings leaking away drop by drop and you didn't even notice it. Hey, if this video has touched you in any way so far, leave a like and comment below with the word "I woke up." That's all. So I know you're waking up to this along with me. Your comment really helps the video reach other people who need to hear this. Now, let's get to the most important part. Perhaps you're thinking now, okay, I understand all of that, but what do I do? And this is where I need to tell you something that goes against everything you've ever heard from financial gurus on YouTube teaching you about finance. Saving money doesn't start with investing. It doesn't start with spreadsheets. It doesn't start with banking apps. It doesn't start with S&P 500 courses. It doesn't start with 401k. Saving money starts with just one thing: creating a break between wanting to buy and actually buying. That's it. That's all. It's about regaining that second of pause that the modern world stole from you. That tiny second where your brain asks, "Do I need this?" It's not about cutting everything out. It's not about becoming miserable. It's not about never eating out again. It's about stopping the microbleeds, those small automatic decisions that are bleeding your salary dry every day without you even realizing it. Start with the basics, with what really works for ordinary people. People like you, people like me, people who earn a normal salary and struggle to make ends meet in a country where everything has gone up and the paycheck hasn't kept up. First, learn to endure a little temporary discomfort. That urge to buy something if you wait 24 hours usually goes away. Waiting hurts. But it hurts less than looking at your balance in the middle of the month. Second, save before you spend. Not after. Before. On the day your paycheck arrives, take a small portion. It could be 10%, it could be $5, it could be $50. The amount doesn't matter. What matters is the habit. That money no longer exists for you. It has become something else. It has become peace. Third, write down your expenses. Go back to your notebook. Go back to paper. Feeling the pencil record that you spent $30 on DoorDash hurts more than holding your phone up to the terminal. And that pain is good. That pain wakes you up. Fourth, and perhaps most importantly, regain your financial awareness. Stop living on autopilot. Stop buying without thinking. Stop clicking without feeling. Take back control of your decisions instead of being pushed by them. And look, I'm not here promising you'll get rich. I'm not going to deceive you. The goal here isn't to look rich. The goal is to stop living in despair. Financial peace is worth more than appearances. Being financially secure changes your life in a way that no amount of money can buy. Sleeping in the sleep, knowing that if something happens tomorrow, you'll have a way to cope. That's dignity. It's the dignity that the system stole from you and convinced you didn't need. You don't need much to start. You need awareness. You need to stop accepting your financial life as this endless cycle of waiting for your paycheck, spending it all, and waiting again. Because maybe, and listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you, maybe financial freedom doesn't begin the day you earn more. Maybe it begins the exact moment your salary finally stops disappearing. You're not bad with money. You've been conditioned to live financially exhausted, and recognizing that is the first step to getting out of it. If this video opened your eyes, do 3 things for me now. Leave a like. Comment below what resonated most with you in this reflection. I read all the comments. And click on the video that's appearing on the screen now because it's the perfect continuation of what we talked about today. See you in the next one. And remember, you still have time to get out of this.